All right, YouTube. So a little bit of a rainy day, which I can't even believe I'm saying those words because it's January and it's right about 34, 35 degrees. So waiting for all this to turn to ice at some point, I guess. But for now, this is the new Timberwolf Alpha 6 with the box wedge. I do have the optional 4-way with this one. I know this isn't the big usual, substantially sized rounds that I would like to put in this, but I just don't have the big logs up here. The guy that we've been getting the wood from, he's been using everything like 15, 16 inches and up, and we've been getting everything 15, 14 inches and down. So of what I have, there's one oak one back here that's it's probably 18 inches, so we'll be able to make a couple of passes, with the box wedge and the pullback arm here. So let me grab the camera. We'll do a quick walk on this one. Then I'll set it up over here so maybe you can see, how everything's going through the box wedge itself. So let me grab that camera and we'll get this going. Yeah, so it's just a rainy day, cold and rainy day. But this is the Alpha 6 from Timberwolf. Big hydraulic tank, sight gauge with a built-in thermometer. So if you wanted to see if the oil cooler was needing to be turned on or not, you could see the temperature there. 13-inch highway tires, solid axle on this one. Box wedge set up for the 4.5-inch squares. Pullback arm, table grate is standard. We will be running this into a 24-foot straight axle conveyor, dropping things into an IBC tote. 5-inch cylinder on this one, regen valve, Honda GX 700, kind of an EFI motor, dual jack stands. Here's your controls. The wedge is hydraulically adjustable up and down, as you saw there on the controls. This one's going to be the fun one to run through, get a couple of passes on that. It is a hydraulically adjustable up and down log lift. Just the other side here. Just going to leave the conveyor in the all the way down position. No reason to drop these in from, 10, 11 feet in the air. Power pack is underneath it there. Alrighty, starting to rain harder, but we're going to make little pieces out of big pieces. And don't worry, I already had this running, so we're up to operating temperature. should have had the camera on this side. There was actually steam coming out of there from working the wedge. That was a nasty knot or two in that one. So this is the biggest one that I've got for diameter size. So it'll probably make 3 or 4 passes. This one's got about 4 big knots in it. All right, well, that wasn't the most perfect video I've ever done. That one with the knots kind of kicked up in there sideways, but we got her through. At least you got to see the wedge go up and down and get everything pushed through. About a half a basket, what we yielded there from a handful of rounds. So tomorrow, when Bruce comes over, he's the tentative buyer for this. He's going to bring me some big rounds in the back of his trailer. We'll roll that up on here and try and get a video done. One thing I forgot to point out, I don't know if you can see them here in the camera, these are like chain hook ends. So if something ever got stuck on here, you could wrap a chain around it and use the actual beefy part of the pullback arm to yank whatever's stuck. Sorry, I'm still dealing with this cold. To yank it back out of the wedge without bending the actual pullback arm itself. So I like it. Seems to go pretty quick. Again, they weren't the biggest pieces, but they were pretty knotted, and so got to see that in there. And like I said, tomorrow we'll try and run some bigger rounds on it. I might have a piece of oak that I forgot about over there, but it might also be underneath the 20-foot pile of snow. So we'll poke around with the excavator and see what I can really come up with. But for now, if we can earn your business with the sales quote, it's 833-SPLITTER. It's 833-775-4887. You can also email me at sales@shaverequipment.com. And we do have the diesel version of this on order. another gas unit with like an auto cycle valve on it to truly make it a hands-free, back and forth. If you had to grab something else, it would just run the auto cycle. We can package it together with the conveyor. This is still available. We're asking $11,000 on the 24-foot straight conveyor, and I've got more on order with like the radius axles and 32 footers and all that kind of stuff. So again, if we can earn your business with that sales quote, would love to hear from you. Would love to talk to you about anything that we have for sale, whether it's Timberwolf or Halverson, the black splitter, the hydraulic cone splitter, the log loader trailers, the firewood bags, that you see back here behind me. All that kind of good stuff. Catch me on the 833 splitter number. You can email me. And yes, as always, that is my cell phone number down here in the bottom corner. You can call me or text me on that too. So anyway, thanks for watching. Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button here on the channel so you can stay up to date on everything we have going on. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.